I just want you to take a moment and think with me. Um, think about what it is we're trying to pass on as individuals. Perhaps you're a parent, grandparent. What is it you want to pass on to your children or grandchildren? Perhaps your friends, those that you are close to, your relatives. What is it that we'd like to pass on? Now, it's interesting to me that oftentimes we think that if we can just educate a person well enough, and I'm not arguing the fact that education isn't good. Many times it is. Quite often today it is not. Depends on what kind of education you're getting. But if a person's educated well enough, they have the means or the tools to think critically and to look at situations and realize that there's other elements or aspects or perspectives. At least that's what they should learn. And we want, certainly for those that we know and love and our grandchildren and children as believers, we would want them to be able to look at life and be able to discriminate between behavior that is helpful and behavior that's hurtful, even if it is satisfying to some degree, selfishly. Is it helpful or is it hurtful? So when you come down to that, you're not trying to teach a person a particular argument as much as you are trying to mold their character. Much of what the Word of God speaks to has to do with character. There are lots of arguments out there that will excuse behavior. We see much of that in our world today. People justifying incredibly hurtful behavior, not only for themselves, but towards others. And there's an argument behind what they're doing. We see it in our judicial system in various places today where people justify bad behavior and don't hold people accountable. And in many ways, the victim becomes treated as if they were the perpetrator. There is an argument behind that. There's a belief system, that a logic that they've clung to. But it isn't good character. It doesn't teach character. I hope that what we're trying to do as the Lord was so brilliant in his discussion of when he told his disciples, look, I want you to love the Lord your God in Acts 22 and verse 36 and on. That's important. But then I want you, and it's just the same, just treat it as if it's equal. I want you to love your neighbor as yourself. Everything hinges on those two. Because to say we embrace one and not to do the other is to ignore the character that should be a part of our confession, what we say we believe. It has to be a part of it. And much of what we read in the Bible, for example, when James speaks of the wisdom that comes down from above, he says it's pure, it's peaceable, it's gentle, it's ready to comply, it's full of mercy and good fruit, it's impartial, it's without hypocrisy. Think about it. All of those elements speak to character. Isn't this what we're trying to teach those that we know and love? Isn't that what we want our neighbors to see in us or our co-workers? Character, not just a quote-unquote confession. Character. We want to live out a testimony. And if we love God and then love others as ourselves, just as the Word of God tells us, then we will also have good character. Character will show up in the way that we treat people, the kindness that we show them, the mercy that we express towards them, the peaceable attitude that we have. All of these elements that are so much a part of God's wisdom that really are character traits. What is it that we know about the Lord? The many things that he said. But why were the Gospels written? And why are they expounded? Why is all of that expounded upon in all of the epistles? What are they telling their people? Character. Based upon truth. The truth based upon a person. And that person revealed the character of God. I hope that our goal in life is to live in such a way that others can honestly say, this person had good character that stood out, something that I would like to model myself after. And when it's all said and done, that character leads back to the one who saved us. Till next time, friends, God bless you.